Let's see if I got this right here. Okay. Well, the fish are finally biting, so it's time to record. It's gone. Yeah. Recording. Looks like it. Okay. I just caught another keeper crappie. I figured it was time to start turning on the video. You see me, I think? And really good action, almost non-stop. I just caught 4 fish in a row. One of them is moving the camera around right now. So I've caught a total of, I think I'm at 7 crappie and 1 kitty catfish. There's just fish jumping all over the place around me. I've been seeing some really nice crappie coming up, cruising around the surface of the water, just looking for something to eat. Crazy, they're coming like right up by me, right up by my flies. That was actually my first cast that I didn't get a bite. Oh, there's a bite. The last fish I caught, I only had about 6 feet of line out past my pole. Hooked it right at the last second, right by this bush that I'm by right now. I don't know if you can see, I don't know how well I got that camera position. But it was right where I'm at right now. Bam, just pick it up and cast and there's a fish. So this rod that I'm using, it's a 9'5" weight. I really like it, and I've been pretty impressed with it so far. I got this rod from Amazon. It was 80 bucks for the combo. I've never had one that was that cheap ever in my whole life, so I wanted to give it a try. See if, oh man, that crappie's up on top of the water just swimming around in a circle again. But I wanted to give it a try and see if it was something I could recommend to people, because that's pretty reasonable. And so far, for sure, the rod's a good rod, the reel's great, the reel's just fine. Oh man, that crappie's just sitting there on top of the water, just hanging out, grabbing bugs. The rod's a good rod, the reel and the line make it 100% worth it. Oh, you know what, it also came with, now that I think about it, oh, I can catch that guy. It also came with, what's it called? Hard case. Oh boy. Come on, take it. Oh, come on, come on. This one. That crappie's just over there, just taunting me. I know you guys can't see it, even if I turn the camera, it's in the bushes. He's within 2 feet of the edge of the bush, and he just comes up and just nips and grabs path whenever he walks, including grabbing at my indicator. Oh, had him on for a half a second. There's a pile of little rinky-dinky fish over there. There's a pile of fish right there. Every once in a while I hook one. If it's not a good one, I mean, it's just, the bites are just little teeny tiny little niblets. They're still fun to catch. Got him. Oh, he got off. He's just little guy. So I know not many people, I don't know too many people that do it, but I actually am using, my bottom hook is a little teeny bait called a trout magnet. I think people have used them. A lot of people use them on rivers. A lot of people use them with spinning rods. A lot of people use them ice fishing, you know, stuff like that, but they're small enough that you can cast them out here, and these panfish go bonkers for those things, man. They love them, they really love them. There's a fish. That's decent. Okay. I just found a pile of little ones. This is, I think, the 8th one I've caught. Not real huge, but just so you believe me, see? And look how teeny tiny that thing is. It's so small. Another, I don't know if you can see it in the video, another crappie coming up, hitting the surface right here in front of me. Right there. Put it right in his face. Put it right in his doorstep, let's see what happens. Half tempted to put on a freaking popper. Man. They're just coming up everywhere right here. I know they're crappie, I can see them plain as day. And then I pull it out of one's mouth and right at the last second into a bush. Oh boy, it's right on my, he's at my bobber again. Oh, he's following my bobber. Oh. the hook, not the bobber. Oh, come on. I don't know if you can see my... Got him, got him, got him. They're up trolling on top of the water, looking for bugs to eat. And I just skimmed my line across the top of the water and went after it. Not the big one that I'm watching, a little guy that was next to him, of course. Must be in a good spot. There's pelicans all over the place. Oh, that's cool. These guys are behind me shooting carp with their bow. Another fish. See what we got here? Little one. Another little one. Man, can skunks swim? I hope not. I don't want one coming out to this little island I'm on. Making me smell any worse than I am. My poor wife's already got to deal with that enough. Being around all of me and stinky boys. Oh, come on. Come on, yes. Saw that. This is decent, maybe? Oh, it was a bluegill. Oh, bluegill. A bluegill chilling, hanging out right next to, oh, there he is. Right next to, again, a crappie. Oh, man. There's just a lot of fish feeding right now. This is wild. I wish. Got it. Ah, little guy again. Those little fellers, there's something else to hook. Again on the trout magnet. I have caught all of my fish either on the trout magnet or I've got an orange hare's ear. I caught a lot of fish on the orange hare's ear. There's a fish right by my indicator. Just swimming right towards it. They just want to eat it so bad. I don't know if you can see these fish. They're just feeding all over. I am so tempted to put on a popper. I mean, it doesn't take long to throw one on. Some top water action is always fun. And just pull it right out of his mouth. I think there's another little one though. We'll go over to the spot where I caught a couple big ones. Move over there real quick. What's going on? Oh, that was a decent hit. Oh man, my indicator just, they keep going after my indicator. Oh man. Oh, I'm so tempted. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 fish on top of the water right now. 4 fish. more fish on top of the water. Cast over here because I haven't cast over there for a while. There's been a lot of action on the top of the water over there. Zero bites in a cast when you're in the middle of bite 30. Don't keep going back there. Go to a different spot. Nice fishing with Jason today. I like fishing with somebody else that enjoys fishing. Good time. Watch him catch some crappie for his first time on a fly pole. That's always fun. They are murdering my little jig. I gotta throw it out there and let it sit for a sec. I'm gonna try to move that camera a little closer. See what happens here. I got fish on a stringer and the stringer is hooked to the camera. Not to the camera, to the tripod. Okay, hopefully we're still recording. Hopefully you can still see me. There you go. Oh, that was a fish. Fish just came up right by my indicator again. Oh, I just had a little one. That one, he just grabbed, I mean, I didn't even have a chance to even do anything. I just hit the water with my flies and my indicator instantly swam straight to the right. I didn't even have a chance. That fish was on it faster than what I could set the hook. Ah, dang it. These little guys, after you miss one, that was a little guy bite. I know it was a little guy bite. So after you miss it, you gotta fix your trout magnet. Which is hilarious that they're called a trout magnet. I've caught more fish on this lake that weren't trout than you could shake a stick at. So I don't know about this whole trout magnet thing. It's not a trout magnet. It's just a fish magnet. guys, little guys, little guys. Trying to get it past the little guys, but it's hard to get to the big ones. Again on the trout magnet. Little guy. I think that's like my 9th little one. Oh, I just tried to run it right past that crappie that's sitting on top of the water. I did it, but I accidentally hit him in the face with my indicator. So he didn't grab it, he just got pissed off at it. Jeez. Guys, if you guys could see these fish swimming on top of the water, just coming up, feeding like it's no big deal. So when I was here watching, something that I didn't know happened, I thought only like carp and crappie and you know, some bluegill and bass would come up and skim on the top of the water and feed, and I had no idea what I was looking at yesterday. I was up here yesterday and I saw catfish coming up to the top of the water. That was a first for me. I'd never seen catfish on top of the water like that. I've seen a whole bunch of other things, but I'm kind of stuck with this spot. It's one of my favorites because it's piled with fish, and people don't really come fish right here because you got to walk a little bit to get to it. Oh, dang it. I don't think that was a little guy bite. I think that was a decent one. But you got to walk a little bit to get to it, and you have to stand in the water the whole time, as you can see. And my tripod and everything for the camera, it's all set up in the water. Oh man, they mangled that little trout magnet so bad. It's not even wanting to stay on the hook anymore. Sorry if the camera's moving at all. Like I said, I didn't really have anywhere better to hook my fish up at, so I got tied to the, I'm sitting here watching them swimming around with it. Whoops. Don't these cameras nowadays all have that resistant shaky footage, whatever? I'm a redneck. I spent my time around animals on a farm. I don't know nothing about. See, did you just hear me talk? My English is atrocious. I don't know nothing about. It's horrible. All right. Time to get serious. We're out there now. Bait's in the water. Where's the big ones at? Come on, baby. Get a big one going here. I don't think this is super small. Oh, I think we got a keeper, baby. I think we finally got us a keeper. Yep, finally got us a keeper. Nice. Very nice. That'll do. That'll do. Beautiful. And I caught him on, I'll show you in just a second, on an orange hare's ear. Orange hare's ear. Look at this. Not only is it a good fish, but look at this. See his face? Look at the side of his face right there. That's called muskies. He done had a muskie snag him up for din din. Oh, sorry. Again, sorry if she's flicking around too crazy. I'm just trying to be careful. Another good crappie. That's number 3, baby, for the pan. Not number 3 total, number 3 for the pan. Okay, see if we can hook us another one, huh? I'm looking for a 15-incher, and it's not. I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh yeah, we're all looking for a 15-incher." No, I know, I get it, but what I'm saying is, I'm looking for a specific 15-incher. I lost a 15-incher right here at my feet last night, and it was pulling so much harder than a crappie usually pulls that I honestly, and I told my wife this, I honestly thought that I had like a board, like a 2x6 or a chunk of a piece of wood on the end of my pole. It did not feel like a fish. Then all of a sudden it got up within just right by my indicator, or right by the end of my pole. My indicator got up where I could see it. That fish came up and flipped off right in front of me, and I lost it. Oh my goodness, that sucks. But shit happens, you know. Oh, I'm getting a bite right now. Nope. Okay. Nice crappie just came up right. Let's say a nice crappie just came up right by my indicator. Usually when that happens, I give it an extra tug so that I can get my flies and my bait right up close to where they're at. And I did that and I missed him. It's usually these fish that are coming up, hitting the surface. I mean, I don't know about everywhere, but right here where I'm at, they're usually good sized fish. I mean, it's nothing to shake a stick at for sure. They're nice fish. Good sized fish. I'm looking for a specific fish, and the way I know I will get it, and if I catch it, it straight busted me off. And I don't mean it broke my line or snapped my line or whatever. No, nope. It broke my hook in half. My second fly up, broke it right off. Broke it in half. I hope I can get it past these little fish. I keep feeling these little rinky dinky bites. it right by his head and he took it. He went after it again. Come on, baby. Come on, fish. He just keeps nibbling it every time I move it. Right after I move it, just gives a little nibble. Not taking it. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Surprisingly enough, I usually catch at least 3 or 4 on a prince nymph, but today, 0. Today has been a big goose egg on the prince nymph. Not one. I don't know whether I've had bites. I couldn't tell you. Oh, I lost him, and then he came back and grabbed it, and I lost him again. Right there, that's where he was. Oh my goodness, he came up and grabbed it again. These fish just want to eat my indicator real bad. The problem is I saw that fish and it wasn't very big, so it doesn't hurt my feelings. I need to find that 15-inch slab that was in here yesterday. Oh man, that was a nice fish. I was so frustrated. Worst part about it is I saw it break off right in front of me. So if I had somebody else with me or a 6-foot long handle on a net, I could have hooked him. Okay, that was a trout. That was definitely a trout.